Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to an SP Reviews where today we have ourselves a track from an act named Tyeon titled New Flame. And if we switch over to here, we have ourselves the track on YouTube, we have the video for it, the Tyeon New Flame official music video. And we're going to listen through this track from start to finish and we're going to hear what we think. There are also lyrics down here that we can check out at the end, so that would probably be good to do. And yeah, let's go. What do we got from Tyeon? It's actually pretty good. I like the slow burn there, slow rise with the volume. All elements being introduced. I get it. So we're going for like an R&B kind of a hip-hop mashup here with the trap sort of percussion. And we've got the bass line and the really sort of cinematic kind of oscillating mid-range parts on the sides. It's invigorating. Great variation with the percussion. Now, again, the percussion is phenomenal. I get what we're trying to do with the vocals. We'll talk about that in the conclusion. No, it's good. No, I think there's a lot to appreciate about this. I think it's a really good effort. So we've got the New Flame lyrics from Tyeon. We've got no matter what they say, you're my new flame. Okay, so it's like a new girlfriend, right? It's like a new girlfriend. I think that's kind of the vibe we're going for here. I want you to be my only one. They don't want to see us winning, but we're still winning. We're getting all the spotlight. That's what I like. Oh, okay, I get it. Every day is our birthday. When I lose, I'm still winning. You know, if that's dope, if that's the case, that's cool. Because I'm living life to the fullest. Everybody know it. When I have a girlfriend and afraid to show her. Last time I seen her, she said that's what's up. Cool. All right, we'll get into the conclusion. Because welcome to the conclusion of my review of this track by Tyeon titled New Flame. What I think this track is about. I think this track is about someone who is very proud of the fact that they've got a girlfriend. It's their new flame. And they don't care who knows about it. They are very proud of it. They're winning. Everything is working. Every day is their birthday in the sense that every day is just a damn good day. Every day is a damn good day. And they're loving life at the moment. I think that's great. I think it's a cool thing to write a song about, you know. I think that that's actually kind of a romantic thing for you to be that happy when you've got someone like that in your life. So that's cool. I like the story. I genuinely do. The vocals are good. I like the melodies. I like the ideas. I like the call and response that we had with what was going on with like in the chorus section with the new flame part. The reason I was maybe a little bit quieter is simply because I was just kind of ascertain constructive feedback on it. I think that a lot of the time, I think for a lot of it, we were in a head voice. I'm not sure if we couldn't have had some parts where we went a little bit lower in our range, just to get a bit more chestiness and a bit more oomph to it. Because when you're in your head voice, the vocals are fluffy and they sounded nice and they sounded really, they sounded great when you coupled it with a lot of the kind of lower elements that we had there. But I think it would have been good to have some kind of lower range kind of parts, just to have a bit more sort of meat to it, if you know what I mean. Outside of that, though, I think it's great. The vocal melodies suited the key signature. We clearly understand what we're trying to accomplish here. It's good. It's good. I don't think we needed more variety to it. I understand this was like meant to be a short form track at like 2 minutes 20, so it's okay. There's a lot to appreciate, I suppose, and be thankful for outside of this as well, because what I enjoyed about this track, in addition to simply, having the vocals done well and the story making sense, and there was a sense of romanticism and caring about the way we sung. It's the track itself at 2 minutes 20. Now, it started off very sort of theatrically and dramatically with the boom, boom, boom. And we had like this kind of, we had this 3-note bass line, the progressions with like oscillation and slow attacks on the envelopes of those synth parts there. We had the percussion coming as well with really dope sounding delay parts. Like they kind of glistened and it sounded like it was recorded in a cave. It was so intense. I like the variety with the different percussive parts there. We didn't just stick with one sort of drum groove. We had variations between them in the different sections. And I think that was very creative. I think that when you've got a bass line that's straightforward and you've got an established motif with the percussion, with the synth parts and any other sort of like pad elements there, and when you've got like a way of singing where you really do need, like you are aware of the melody you want and you're going to continue to kind of repeat it ad hominem, just to be able to kind of keep the listener engaged and sort of finding it sort of like easy to follow and reasonably relatable. You need something to change, and that's what the drums did. You need to have that as kind of like an anchoring point to then move forward and allow for that equilibrium between the change that keeps people interested in something new and a familiarity that allows them to see a sort of stylistic consistency throughout. So that's cool. Outside of the various instrumental performances, the theme itself with that 3-chord progression there was relatively easy to sort of like digest and get your head around. I think that it was meant to resemble a sense of depth, of awareness, of security almost. It was meant to sort of make it seem like the story we were telling was something larger than life, as if the new flame was the music growing at the start to the point where it kind of like really kind of rose and became a really valiant phoenix. And I think that was something which was positive. Apparently all of this was done by Tyeon, if I'm not mistaken. All of the stuff with the production and the vocals and all that, which I got to give a shout out to him. That's pretty dope. It's not something to sneeze at. It's not an easy thing to do, even with the technological advancements nowadays, to be able to make your own song and make it well. So kudos. I think outside of the way it sounds and the way the instruments were played there, I think, we there was no filler here. We kind of came in and out. There was a relatively kind of like easy to follow bell curve, and ultimately it was just satisfying. I think aside from like the comment about like the having a bit more chest voice in the performance maybe for future songs, ultimately like it's good first impression, because it's basically just the studio production, the recording and mixing and mastering. Now let's talk about that. I think that the vocals were captured reasonably well. What I would like is for their the leveling of them was reasonably good in the mix. I'm not sure if they were necessarily swimming at the right depth though. They seemed like they maybe went under a little bit in relation to some of the other elements of the mix. So I'm not sure if the vocals could have been potentially 0.25 dB higher. Maybe it's just the headphones I'm using and they were absolutely fine. But it was still good. I could still hear the vocals for the most part, and there was space where things went away and came back, where you could kind of identify the more sort of quote-unquote important parts, like in the hooks, etc. So, it's still positive. Outside of that, though, I think the rest of the elements within the arrangement, the accompaniment were mixed well. The leveling was good. Things were relatively filtered and EQ'd efficiently. Things were nice and wide in the stereo field. You like instantly from the start, it's like, whoa, the music surrounds you, And, like with the slow build burn at the start. But also just it was nice and loud without pumping, so limiting compression was done well as well. And basically, this is a positive review of Tyeon's track New Flame. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show them some love via their various social medias and their YouTube page, and stay cool, stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as either hell more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.